Welcome to Hospitality. My name is Stefan Zarnecki of Black Tie Tours. With me, as always, Wesley Jones of Tour Cascadia and Cole Rogers, local artist. And we are here today to evaluate some burgers.
Some boigas.
We threatened to do a burger evaluation episode, and here we are. This is part one. Some local Newburgh.
Yeah, we tried Mac and it sucked. So
Yeah.
came to Newburgh.
We tried one place.
We
Matt.
shall see.
I'm just kidding, guys, but we tried 1882 and it was like a 6.1 at the most.
That's generous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
let's be honest.
were things. I mean,
I was kind of drunk and it still wasn't.
It
Good.
wasn't
I've
very
had
good.
worse burgers, but anyway. So basically, we're gonna taste each burger. We're gonna each give it a score on our own. Then we're gonna add up those scores to see which burgers scored the best.
Then the burger, we have 4 categories. We're rating the bun, the patty, the extras, and the value, the price point.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's get right to it. The first burger is from Ruddick
Wood.
Wood.
Now, do you
weighing in
know
at
what percentage of this is
whatever.
lamb and what percentage is it? 100% lamb?
I think it's half. I thought it was, well, we should have figured that out before we started.
50-50.
It's a burger.
I think it's half and half, right?
It's a burger.
Half
Yeah.
beef, half lamb.
All right. These are all ordered and bought about the same time. And let's get a little close up here, Zanabu, on the doneness. This is some nice little medium.
I ordered it medium rare.
It's got a little.
Now, with all of these, though,
pickled
with them
carrots.
sitting
Here we go.
for a little while, they're going to keep cooking inside their box.
Yeah.
Right. So
But this has like some
To be
mayo, some pickled carrots, and some arugula or spring greens on it.
yeah. Okay. Let's bring this. Let's go.
This is a nice house-made
Let's
aioli.
do it.
I like that.
Cole loves aioli. Are you getting all that on there? Yeah. That is good.
Ian's dying.
That is tasty.
Bun is very good.
Oh, and that can go to Ian. So we'll.
Yeah, I saved it.
Did you eat dinner already? Oh no. Okay.
This is good. The main thing that I'm tasting, though, is your salt. The
I like salt.
The aioli's good. Not really getting much out of the pickled carrots.
Right. If the carrots are pickled, they're very lightly pickled. It's almost more
Not
of a
much
texture.
vinegary or anything.
It's almost more of like a texture thing on the carrots.
Nice little crunch.
I think the bun overwhelms the burger a little bit.
Too
but-
much bun.
Yeah.
Too much bread.
So, personally, the bun is it's really good bread. Like, if it was just
We're
the bun,
Such Neanderthals talking with our mouths full.
you guys know me. I'm shameless. So, the bun to me is too much, but it's good. It's really good bread. It's just for a burger, a little heavy. So I'd say the bun's like I'll give it like a 6.5.
You writing these down? So
6.5 for the bun.
6.5 for Cole on the bun.
Not on quality of bread because it's delicious. Again, Ruddick, I'm not trying to insult you, but it overwhelms the rest of the burger. There's really not much more than bun, and
Yeah, the bun's a little thick. Damn, boy!
that's what she said.
There we go. Beep, beep, beep. So I'm going to give that bun
I've never once heard that in
my
my life.
I'm going to give the bun a 7.
I know me either.
So I'm going to give the bun a 7. I'm going to give the patty. I really like that patty.
I do too.
I thought that was a 8.5 at least. I might change that depending on how the rest of this goes. That was really good.
You can't change it. I'm gonna go with an 8.1 for the patty. It was really good too. I'm just trying.
8.1?
Well,
We're going in the
Jeez.
tenths of a
bro,
point?
if I'm judging ice skating, I'm
I-
not giving everybody a goddamn 9.
Sorry, you're going to be like the Russian judge.
Yeah, I want to keep my expectation. If I go to the best burger in the world, I want to save my
Fucking
9.9 for that.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. That we can come back and revisit these.
I mean, do I think the best burger in the world is in Newburgh? I don't
Okay.
know. Probably not.
Wesley,
I'm
how
going
you
to
feel
say
about the bun?
7 on the bun. I love the bun. It's not the bun's fault that there wasn't enough meat.
Not enough meat. Okay. All right.
So I'm going on a 7 for the bun.
Okay, I'm the-
Patty,
I'm the asshole.
I'm going with an 8.5.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a
That is
damn
really
good
good.
patty.
Okay, so extras, the other things, the lettuce and the
I-
mayo and the whatnot.
I'm not. The relish, I like the idea of it. I just didn't really taste it.
Yeah.
Or not the relish, sorry. The
pickled-
pickled stuff. But it was actually, I mean, it was fresh. It was good. I'd say it's like a 7 for the extras.
Yeah.
With the aioli, I don't even like mayo, but I guess it worked okay. It was like
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 5 on extra. So I got a 5 on there. Now,
I'm.
Did you?
Excuse me. I'll go with a 7.
Please. Okay. So,
I really liked it. I could have used it a little more.
Yeah,
I
I
would have
agree.
bumped it up to.
Okay.
higher.
And it does come with fries,
Good fries.
and so we're talking value. Ruddick Burger is $18.
Well, it's 15, but they add a tax because they actually pay their employees well and they give them health care. And if you don't do that, then fuck you.
But they could have charged 12 and made it a $15 burger.
But I think with the quality of ingredients, though, if you're going half lamb, half,
I know. I'm not gonna say. So
I'm going 15 with a $3.
okay, but we
benefit.
got to give it a value score.
6.
Does come with fries.
6 for an $18 burger.
$18. 6 flat. I'm gonna go 7 on
6.0.
6.0. I'm gonna go 7 on value because it was a damn good burger.
It was really good, but I mean,
I know.
I'm a
I know.
poor
With
boy.
the whole thing of fries, I'm giving it a 7.5. If I'm sitting down for a meal and the
That's the
fries
thing,
make
you
up
got
half the
fries.
plate, I'm giving it a 7.5.
We're not gonna go too deep into the quality of the fries because I think the fries at Ruddick
No, here's
suck,
the other thing
so.
too: is we didn't talk about this value set. Is a 10 like good for the value or bad for the value?
10 is great value.
Great for the value. 7.5.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Next burger. New Burgundian.
New Burgundian.
Okay, now we thought about this a little bit because I am not a raw onion guy. I'm not a pickle guy. Wesley insisted we got to put it on there.
It's in the box.
because
We're
it was
not
in the
gonna-
box.
Yeah.
So if I can take a piece that doesn't have pickle, that would make me
Nope.
happiest.
You have to be honest.
Well, no, I'm
I don't
sure.
like onions or mayonnaise, and this thing is smothered. So
Close
Stefan
your
can
eyes,
stop
put
bitching
it
about
in your mouth.
pickles.
Okay, all right. Zanabu, get in here. Get the goods. We've got, and there was no fresh tomato on that one. There's fresh tomato on this one.
Yep.
Get in there.
Whoa.
Looks like a nice salt
You're not
and
on
pepper.
camera, so you can get nice and close if you want. You're not on camera, I promise.
I have enjoyed this burger in the past.
Okay, so this is New Burgundian. Same here.
Yeah.
I could accidentally take the pickle off.
I'm trying it with all the elements, guys.
Oh man.
I like it with everything on
Are you
it.
getting all the slurps?
It's a classic,
Very
classic,
good.
I guess, kind of style burger with all the
Don't turn it
vegetables
down.
on it.
It's entertainment.
A lot of mayonnaise.
Honestly, this is like a really, really good version of what diner burgers try to be.
Exactly. Like it's
Hey, Boo, could you go grab some
it's got
napkins?
pickles,
Like,
onions, tomato, mayo.
and again, I don't mean that from a quality
Fresh
standpoint.
greens.
I mean that from like the
No. It's like
the
it's like
flavors
an
that
elevated
we grew
Sherry's
up on.
burger.
You know,
I'm thinking like Camp 18. You know?
Never been there.
Okay. Well, you're lost.
I mean,
really? The logging place?
never.
It's like it's Americana in a
Yeah.
burger.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
That being said,
Yeah.
Ian, get in here. Oh, thanks. You want to take back your half plate?
all right. So I like the bun ratio to meat burger ratio to meat better. I'm gonna give the bun a 7. I guess 7.
See, I'm going to be harsher on the bun. I think this bun, and again, it's tough because they have been sitting for a while.
That's true.
This bun for me is more of a 6.
I'll say if I was eating the Ruddick bun by itself, I'd much rather eat that bun. But it's important for me that the amount of
Deconstructed
bread on the
burger.
burger is less.
Oh, man.
So the bread is probably better on the Ruddick burger, but I like this size bun better.
Okay. So, Bridget, I gave the Ruddick bun, what, a 7? Or 6? 7? I got to give this one a 7, too, because it's a little thinner, which I like. Flavor, I probably like the Ruddick one a little bit better. Okay. So, bun, we all graded buns, right?
Yeah.
All about the bun. Patty.
It doesn't stand out to me. It's
doesn't-
a 6.5. It's like decent, but nothing tremendous. Nothing. It was cooked well. It was cooked fine. It was
Yeah.
like medium rare. Medium.
Yeah, the doneness was good.
Done this as well. Very
Yeah.
good.
I liked it. Has a nice crust on the outer layer.
Yeah. For me, the patty was probably about the same, maybe a little less. I probably like the Ruddick one a little better. What did I give the Ruddick one? An 8 on patty?
8.5.
So this is like a 7 point. No, this is 7. This is 7 on patty. 7.2. No, just kidding. What do you give the patty?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we're
We're pretty close.
We're relatively
Okay,
close.
so for extras, I'm gonna try on this one because I hate mayonnaise. I hate onions, like raw onions.
Did you get a little like horseradish in the mayo? I thought I tasted something that had a little bite. Maybe was that the ground pepper?
I don't think I did.
maybe I don't know. I didn't get horseradish exactly.
But as I was,
Anyway,
yeah,
I have a
you
very
got more.
delicate
I
palate.
was really trying to,
okay,
really
so
trying. But
extras.
I don't like a lot of the things in this burger. That being said, I'm trying to think outside. So, I mean, it did taste pretty good altogether. I'll give it like I'd say like a 7 for the extras, Bridgie.
Okay.
I'm
7 for extras for me.
gonna give it a 7.5. I felt the tomato was fresh.
got the tomato. We got
onions
tomato.
were good.
Tomato's important.
I like the
Yeah.
option. I kind of liked having the tomato. 7.5.
7.5.
I liked having the tomato and lettuce. Actually, and the pickle was like good. Like it actually in there. I
The
like
vinegar's balanced nicely.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's
So I'm
nice
gonna
too when you
give
get a burger where it's on the side, so if it does wait a little bit, the tomato's not wilting. So
Yeah,
in this
I agree.
experience, the tomato was fresh.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it actually an 8. I like the having tomato and lettuce. I'm kind of I like that on my burger. So
Yeah.
that was good. And value. So this is a $12 burger.
Value, I'm
with
gonna give an 8.
Fries.
With fries.
8 for the value.
For the value at $12, I'm giving it an 8.5.
And I like the fries.
Yep.
And I'm this is a 9.5. Wow. With fries and the quality of that burger, $12.
Wesley, what'd you say?
8.5.
It's good value.
Yeah. That's stuff that's value-wise that's tough to beat. So,
Getting an 8 point out of my mouth is tough to beat or tough to get.
all
I
right.
think 8's good.
Moving on. Whew. You going to be able to do this, Wesley?
Yeah, I don't want to get too full.
Okay.
I want to like take. I gotta work to your level.
I'll take one of the bigger
Yeah.
ones.
I
This is,
gotta
I'm going
go
to take
see
the extra cheesy one because
This is the Jory burger.
I am extra cheesy. Okay,
Jory.
Jory from the Allison.
Yeah. So
Now, has this changed since we worked there, Cole? This looks like
Well,
it's
it
changed.
has-
It comes
because
with.
it
It
had
didn't used to
crispy
come with
onions
portobello.
before.
I don't think.
And it had crispy onions before.
And it used to have bacon.
Yes, it did.
Standard.
It had a. It had a. And
Or it was like a bacon jam.
I think that's what it was.
maybe it
But
was.
this is so it's cooked in a Pinot reduction.
Yeah.
It looks like it has mushrooms and some
Pinot
grilled onions
burger.
on it.
Done this.
Doneness is overdone.
What did you order the doneness on?
Pierre, I
this? Medium rare?
personally hold you responsible
They
for
did
that part.
not ask. The only place they asked was New Burgundian of the 3 burgers I. Did I do 3? No, 2. Okay, so
Fine, it didn't
I'm
even
not a
touch the
big
ground.
mushrooms
It
on
hit
burger
it landed
guy,
on the
so
cord and
this
then
will
nothing touched the actual ground.
All right, here we go.
You saw, right?
All right, let's
Okay.
do this.
Just making sure.
If I'm making faces while
is
eating,
odd.
I should be getting.
We should have had a rating for the like color component of a burger.
Yeah, this one is unappetizing as I look at it.
Oh, this is like balsamic
Interesting.
mushrooms, I think, or something. We might need to have our stats guy look that up. The Jory Burger, the bar at the Allison. Does it have? Are these balsamic portobello mushrooms? Oh, come on. Man, those are good. Good.
That is good. I feel like it's missing something though.
I agree. It's so much beef, and I taste the meat and the lettuce so much.
I feel like it's, and I'm gonna like, I'll rate this pretty highly, but I feel like I could use a little more salt, or like an acid zing.
So you're not getting enough acid on that balsamic?
I'm
those
not.
balsamic mushrooms?
Nope.
I like the mushrooms.
The mushroom.
This
Go ahead.
I think that I agree with you, Wesley. Like I feel like it's really good. Like everything in it's really good. I'm not trying to knock it, but there's like a missing complexity to this burger. It doesn't have all the flavors don't tie together as well as I thought. it
Patty's
would.
a little dry.
I miss that bacon jam. Mm-hmm. There was something about it that was, and maybe I'm.
Maybe it's the saltiness.
I
of the
think that
bacon.
I'm thinking about this too based on what I used to love about it. So it's not the same.
No, not knocking
So-
it at all. It's really good. It's really
Here's
good.
a bonus for me. Cheese came out the side. And it's almost like a little extra course.
Oh, get out of here! You're the
This
one that
is-
complained about too much cheese on your burger.
That's different. Look, they're squeezed out.
I'm gonna give the bun
The same.
How?
I'm gonna give the bun an 8.0,
Squeezed
Bridgie.
up. Oh. This is
See,
like-
so far, this is the best bun
I agree.
that we've
better
had.
bun.
So I'm going to give this bun an 8.5.
Patty, I'm gonna
really
give a
like the bun.
6 too, because it was cooked way overdone, and it would have been delicious if it was medium rare. And we didn't
Yeah.
ask us how we
Well
wanted
done.
it cooked, so we got to be honest with that.
Well done.
Well, and it does suck with having meat sit for
I know.
30 minutes
yeah,
before
to
we
be
got
fair,
to
be
get to
fair,
it.
but all these burgers are sat the same amount of
Same
time.
amount of
and
time.
That one's the least well done.
Okay. Bun, I'm with you. That's a good 8.5
Yeah.
bun for me.
Oh, it's gone.
Very solid.
I lost it.
Did we get all of our bun?
We got all of our buns.
Okay.
8.5.
Patty, honestly, I was a little disappointed. I thought it was
Yep.
more
Kinda
like a
dry.
6
That's what I said.
on the patty.
I'm giving, I'll give the patty a 6. Not
Okay,
7.
extras. Now, I'll start with the extras because I got extra cheese. That was like a little extra course that I got to nibble on. Whatever.
An oozy
the
bit.
the mushrooms were delicious. The balsamic, I loved it. I think the extras on that's easily a 9 for me. I think those were set it apart.
Maybe it was the balance and the bite that I had. I'm going with an 8.5 on the extras. I do think that they were well thought out. It does
Yeah.
feel like it's missing something, but maybe I'm an
See,
asshole.
I got like that tartness from the balsamic mushrooms. That's what I liked about it. You weren't getting it as much.
I didn't get as much.
It's probably the beer's fault.
7.8.
Maybe the rosé
Extras.
is pairing better with it.
I'm not giving rookie scores over here, Bridget. Don't look at me like that.
She's gonna give you looks.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, so extras, we got the scores.
Ratios.
Value, $18 with fries. I'm gonna go a 7 on value because I love the burger and their fries are really good.
The fries are great.
So
I'm going with a 6.5 for value. This doesn't come with health insurance for the staff, so
okay.
I'm
that
gonna
price point.
I'm gonna have the same score as Wes. 6.5. If I'm gonna buy an $18 burger, which is more than appropriate to pay $18 for a burger, in my opinion, it better be cooked well. At least ask me how you want it cooked. So
I mean, at
Fair enough.
18 bucks, I think I'm going to spend $12 more and get something else, a chicken or an actual main dish.
and Burgerville's
Okay.
pretty good.
Now, how many times have I been at Jory though, especially in the bar, and all I want is the burger? Like the Jory menu, the Jory restaurant itself, they don't put the burger on there because I think too many people will be ordering the burger because it's so good, and they were not going to order the salmon
That's
or
fair.
whatever. I sometimes just want a good damn burger.
It's good.
That's another conversation. I was pretty happy with that. I'm getting a little full, but I think that's okay.
I know, see, that's why I saved.
All right,
Renegade.
do
Look at
it.
them boys.
So we know the guy that owns the place that makes this burger. He's sitting to my right.
I think
This
actually
is,
made the
Wesley
burger
Jones.
tonight.
This is
I
the
made this
Renegade
tonight.
burger. So
Wesley
can you
made
explain
this
what's in
burger.
this burger, Wes?
Followed the recipe.
The truck
You know.
wasn't operating today,
All right.
so I went to our commissary
looks
space and got
cheesier.
all the go big.
This looks cheesier, so I'm gonna take the cheesy here.
Yeah.
One. Good.
So just to
Clearly,
be
I didn't cut it.
fair, I'm not going to go into any details about this like
Okay.
we did with the others. Look at it, tell me what you think.
Okay. Oh, look, there's extras. Oh, cheese
The
there.
bun looks fantastic.
All right. So we got some caramelized onions.
It does look a little overcooked. That's probably my fault because
You're
It is
dumbass.
overcooked.
I'm
Wes,
not
but
actually
I'm
a
gonna
chef.
give you, but yeah.
What? Oh yeah, done this.
I'm
So Wes made the burger, whereas his guys would have made this burger normally. So we're gonna try and factor that in the score.
Okay.
yeah.
But-
I am in the group. I'm the subpar accountant. I'm not a chef,
And the yeah, well, more than that.
but I've spent a lot of time in that goddamn truck.
You like those onions?
actually,
They balsamic onions.
actually,
Okay. Yeah.
they taste really good. Actually,
The meat's still moist, even though it's probably medium.
all right. I gotta be thorough.
I'm biased, but I'm damn happy with that.
Cheese, sharp, comes through,
Intensity.
Yep.
which is good. Granted, I don't. Did the other? There's only one other one that had cheese. Two of them didn't have cheese. Whatever. You order the burger, this is what you get.
The intensity of the flavor in this burger is by far the most of all the burgers.
Now, it's probably a combination of the black truffle aioli, the
knew there was
balsamic
truffle
onions.
in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's super
Balsamic
simple.
onions, black truffle aioli,
Well, it wasn't
Yep.
too much, though.
Local
a
greens.
little arugula. Is that what that is?
It's a mixed local greens.
Okay. Mix all the
Even-
greens.
even pull is
It's
our-
got a spiciness. The greens do that are really good. The bun is amazing. The bun I'll give a 9 to, Bridgie. Because it's the same quality of bread as the Ruddick bun, but it's thinner and more appropriately sized for the patty. The patty, because you overcooked it, I got to give it a 7.
Do it.
It's really good meat, but it's moist.
If we get to a playoff, I'll bring the boys in and they can.
But I'll
actually
give the
cook it.
extras a 9.
Okay.
Well, actually, go ahead and give your scores actually before I go through the whole thing.
Okay. Bun.
Bun, I'm gonna give it an 8. So it's. I had to wing the bun today, and I'm the one that toasted it and did all the stuff.
It's really good.
Normally, it's a fresh brioche bun. This is a little bit different, but as far as like amount of bun to amount of patty, I'm really happy with
I think
it.
it's really good. The bread's
That's
really good.
that's
I
a
like-
big thing, though. Brioche.
I know.
I don't think any of these had a true brioche bun.
No,
Ruddick's was brioche bun. A little fluffy though. Bun. I think that's a 7.5, Bridget.
Yep.
7.5. Okay, patty. Sorry, bro. The patty was dry. Tasted fine, but I got to give it a 6.
that's my fault on the cooking.
Yeah. Now wait. Now, did you have the meat that you normally have, or did you?
I did not.
Okay, so
I had to go. Same quality, but it's a different farmer that we got.
okay, so not apples to
Yep.
apples necessarily, but
To be fair,
Good to know.
our 4th burger fell out tonight because they weren't open. So I did this on the fly at home.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dudley
roast,
Bistro will
roast
get.
away.
Okay, so
Let's go.
Extras I actually really liked.
Wait, what was your,
I'll give the patty a 7.
I give the patty a 7 as well. Is that what it's? That's
It's not as good as it normally is.
Got to be honest. Extras. You were talking about extras, Cole.
I thought the extras were awesome. I would say a 9 for the extras because the flavors were really intense, but there wasn't like too much going on there. It was like good truffle. I don't even like onion, but the vinegary onion, the spiciness of the greens,
Yep.
and then the meat was it did. I mean, it wasn't
Yep.
perfect cooked, but I think it all blended together really well.
I think Nick's done a really good job of combining flavors in the extras. So extras are a 9
It
for
stood
me.
out to me.
They're balanced.
What was your score on extras?
9 on the extras.
9. Okay. Cheese. We actually could taste the cheese. That was really good. And balsamic onions were really good. This is, I'd say, an 8 on extras, which I think is a good score.
So high for what you've
It was
been
good. It was
scoring.
good. They were good extras. And value. We've
wait, Wesley, sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
Oh, extras for me are a 9.
okay. And value. $12 with chips
With
and
a
no
bag of
fries.
Tim's chips. We're working out of a food truck, so we can't actually have a deep fryer. Based on our fire suppression system, you'll appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So we're following code.
That's a good value. For that burger with chips.
It's an 8 for me.
8.5.
Yeah, 8 on value for me. Which really tasty.
I'm going the 8.
And
Yeah, I think it's a.
$12, not bringing it back.
Yep. Nope.
Okay, so we're going to take a little break, compile a few scores, and we'll be right back with a little more information so that we can, I don't know, consolidate and
Fight about this
give you a
more.
winner or what? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, so
Results are in.
yeah, the burgers were good. We had 4 very close scores. Our accountant basically added up all of our scores for the burgers and then divided it by 3, so we would have one score for each burger.
A consensus.
A
It
consensus
felt like
score.
that meme
Sure.
with that woman like looking into the camera and there's all the math equations going on.
Yeah,
around
and we
it.
were just like,
As long as Bridget understood
Bridget
it,
figured
that's
it
all
out.
that matters.
Bridget's way smarter than all of us.
It was a lot of numbers, yeah.
So, how do you feel about the?
Let's start low end of the totem pole.
Okay,
let's work our way to
okay,
the top.
Okay. Ruddick was the lowest score.
21.27.
I have a feeling that
Out
has
of
to do with
30.
the cost.
Okay, okay, so Ruddick was the lowest.
Yeah.
Then Jory Burger
Yep.
at 22.06, very close. And then New Burgundian, 22.24, and Renegade got the highest score. Cole, I think you're absolutely right. I think the two that are on the bottom, which was Ruddick and Jory, were value. Value hurt them.
Best for value. Yeah.
Well, worse for value.
Worse for value.
Or sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
There are two $18 burgers,
Yeah.
you know?
Reddick and Jory. Yeah, you're right. It costed them the most in the score. For like, it's not a huge knock on the flavor of those burgers.
Right.
It's
They were
just that
good.
when we added the
overall.
scores up, it costed them the most.
Right.
Because we felt like for the quality we were eating, it wasn't quite what we would expect for an
it's
$18
$18.
burger.
Like $18 is.
18's expensive for a burger. Like
I could eat like a king at McDonald's for $18.
exactly. Like you
Well-
can go to you can get a great Burgerville burger for $6.
Everybody knows.
Burgerville makes a great burger.
I love fast food.
Totally, bro.
$18, I would be
I do
like,
too.
"Bruh," I'd have like how many nuggets could I get for $18?
So in order to convince me not to get fast food, it has to be 3 times the quality.
Right.
right?
And
Okay.
yeah. So
Good.
Yeah.
So the numbers are what they are.
Right.
Renegade as the champion. But here's the thing. If you could pick one burger to eat right now, what would that burger be?
I'm eating the Renegade burger.
yeah, for sure.
I think I got to go back to I kind of like the Ruddick burger the best.
Really?
I think of the
Yeah,
burgers
I
that I
think
would
I
like
can.
to eat, the Ruddick burger is my second pick.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like New Burgundian burger. Was good and fine. I liked a lot of it. Kind of made sense, and the value was awesome. The Jory burger was super good and really close to the Ruddick burger, but like, yeah, that's like, but the value that kind of put over the and I love the Renegade burger. I don't think it probably was my lowest scoring one or anything. Like I mean, it's a awesome burger.
Yeah.
I think the Ruddick one.
Ruddick was good. I like the lamb mixed with beef. I think it's a really good patty.
If they can make the bun a little thinner, it would have
Yeah.
actually, because I would have changed my bun score if possible.
Yeah.
We're getting a call in from
Bridget?
Ruddick was your least favorite.
That's what I'm saying. It was the first one we tried, and I wanted to change my bun score.
You can't change your bun score.
Can't change any scores.
Well, you guys suck. I wanted to change it, so, I'm changing the
We're,
whole system. All right.
yeah. We have a hard. We
Can't bullshit a bullshit.
So,
cut a
that
hard
was
line
part
on the
one,
offset here.
Part one
yeah.
of
We're gonna
our
keep
very
going.
non-scientific
And then we're
burger
gonna
rating
then
system.
Maybe down the road we take like the top 2 of each of the ratings, and at the end we put
Compare them?
our very best on the table.
Okay, so we got the baseline. This is the baseline. This is the start.
Give us-
Okay,
give us-
so
give us some time.
We could even redo all of this at some point, but whatever. Okay, so we need to discuss branding.
Yeah.
And our wine label. So
For those of you that don't know, we are making wine.
Yeah. So we started a wine label without
Us
a name.
boys. We just
yeah.
with all this, we kind of just stumbled into everything. Like
Yeah.
one, we'd been dreaming it up for a long time, but
Yeah.
it happened very, very quickly.
We explained it. We explained it on an episode. I think episode 5 or 6. But we came into some grapes from somebody who needed some help. We offered to help them. We ended up harvesting some fruit, and we're now making a couple barrels of wine for this vintage.
Yeah.
But this is the beginning. So we're starting a wine label, and now we're working on naming it.
Right. Well, and part of our conversation this whole time, especially with the podcast, was to let people in on part of the processes. Like,
Yeah.
be vulnerable in some regard. And this is fucking difficult.
this is the part of the process for sure.
We have part for us so far.
We have
We have no problem with everything else. I'll go to the vineyard at 6 a.m. and do my thing. But like the name, it's so
when you're thinking about you're thinking about legacy too. You're thinking like
Yeah.
Yes.
we're doing a project now that may not
Right.
reflect what we're gonna end up doing down the road.
correct.
How do we pick a name that encompasses like us and family and community, but then also has a playful, because the wine we're gonna present is playful. Like it's fun. We're taking
Yeah.
fruit that really like
Maybe shouldn't have been made into
Right now, well, not at the Pinot, like fine Pinot,
Well,
for sure not.
So we certainly couldn't like put a bottle of it on the table and had it hold up next to like a Purple Hands. Right?
Exactly.
We came into a vineyard that needed a ton
We're
of work.
making the most out of what we
We ended up with decent,
very nice,
some decent
our
Pinot,
grapes, yeah.
some really good Pinot Gris. We're doing a gorgeous co-ferment, and it tastes wonderful.
Well, and we
It
have an
tastes delicious.
alchemist making our wine, so it helps a lot.
Yeah. So
But Chris is
let's back up.
made amazing juice with what we've harvested.
Yes, this
He's made
year
amazing juice. Really,
we're gonna
truly.
have tasties. It's
We're
gonna
not
be tasty.
bullshitting it. We tasted it. It's actually surprisingly delicious.
Right, it's gonna be great, and
But
we're
we
gonna
just didn't
can it.
expect that.
We're gonna can it. We're not gonna ask.
Yes.
No.
$10, $20 a can, or whatever. So
This isn't education. This is us not going to school for viticulture and enology.
this is school. This is school.
Us putting in
But
sweat
here's
equity.
here. Let me break down our problem
Right.
and why we're having such a hard time with it.
Or the problem from your perspective.
Yeah.
Our problem, because what of all those different layers,
Right.
Okay, if I was to start a wine brand without any of you motherfuckers, it would be so easy to label it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed,
okay,
bro.
it would be much easier.
Yeah.
But we have these. But the fact that there's three of us trying to come up with the name, so one name, but so that's one thing. There's three of us.
Yeah, there's a few names we have to come
Hold
up
on,
with.
but there's three of us.
Yeah.
So that makes just that if we had one thing. But our biggest problem is we have layers.
Yeah.
Now, we have the image in mind right now of creating a name that is going to be for the brand overall. Okay? And then we're potentially going to have other
This
brands
vintage's label
Right.
under that.
for the cans.
Essentially, this year's a
then for
one-off.
our-
Like,
Yeah.
this isn't necessarily representative of the product we're going to put out in the future. Now, we may continue it, but it's not like this is where it gets super tough because I think too within the conversation we all have like slightly different ideas of the direction we would like it to go.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about buying a winery with 3 of your friends, don't.
Consider this part and have
Unless
a
you
name.
really
have
like
a
them and
name
you're
and
willing
then
to
come
roll the
and
dice.
be like,
Because-
I want to buy this winery and name it this first, and then you can start planning after that.
But we want to. So we're going to have canned wine.
Yeah.
We all agree that we like
all
canned
agreed.
wine.
We love
We
canned
want to
wine.
make canned wine and have a canned wine
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
But we also, I think, all agree that we want to make fine wine
Yeah.
in bottles as well. And that's a different brand. Or is that the upper brand and then the canned wine is under that brand?
Yes.
See, I think so.
I think that's
I
what
think
it
so
is.
too.
I
And
think
that's
what
what
it
we're,
is.
that's,
So what we need is the
yes.
name for that upper brand.
Yes.
The lower brand and the cans, I think, can be a kitschy, silly,
So many good ideas. for
goofy,
that.
Bill Rogers, the law type name. Forged in Bill Rogers' house type thing. But the
many
overarching
options.
brand, and I've pitched this to you guys already offset, but is Burning Boats, I think is a great name. Burning Boats, in essence, what that means is when
Here's the pitch.
There's
Here we
there's a famous story of a conquistador who was probably burning down some, or probably murdering and killing hundreds of
great
people
place
in
to start
some
a
Mexican
label.
village.
As they did.
But
Bastard.
the reason why the boats burned was that he told his soldiers, "We're going to burn the boats because
So
there's
fight your ass
no
off."
retreat.
Yeah.
You're
There's
gonna
no
win.
going home.
You're gonna win the battle. Or you're gonna lose. You're gonna die." And to us, as we've all done other things in life, and we all see this thing as clearly the thing that we want to be our life. Burning the boats to me represents like leaving the doubt and the past behind you and going for the goal.
Now, let's just go for it.
I mean,
So you're saying for an overarching
Fuck yeah.
brand name. Okay. All right.
I don't know that I necessarily want to associate our brand name with genocide.
Well, it's not
Like,
genocide. It's the idea.
Chris Columbus wasn't that bad after all.
We're not Chris Columbus.
We're a lot like him. Yeah.
But I think that the symbolism is really good, and
Is it?
I mean,
okay.
burning boats could be. It doesn't have to do
I
with
know.
genocide at all. There's.
Well, okay, let me
Vikings,
ask you a question.
Pirates.
How many people have you run that name by?
I came up with it 2 hours before.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So we need to revisit that name with some people because we want to bounce these names off of people and see.
Sure.
You know.
Right.
I feel like that's the point of doing this.
Yeah. Well, we're bouncing it off each other, and obviously that goes places quickly.
Drop a comment. Tell us what you think.
Yeah. How do you like burn the boats or burning
Burning boats, burn the boats.
burn the boats? Burn the Boats Wine Company. Burn the Boats
Burning
Vineyards.
boats.
Okay. So that's one option. Or it's an option for a sub-label. If we decide that it's not our
what's
main
your what's
thing.
your idea?
What's my favorite? My favorite overarching name is EX. EX Wines.
Amazing.
I know, thank you.
Yeah. Explain.
EX standing for exconjugate, which we talked about. That's on the text thread, the long text thread.
Yeah.
Exconjugate, to think deeply,
Okay.
about something. And then, so EX, but EX is short and quick anyway. That's kind of, and it's not
Recognizable.
recognizable, and it's not, it doesn't say a lot because it's, again, like, almost like the blank
your
canvas,
ex-girlfriend?
It's what?
Like ex-girlfriend?
It's like ex-girlfriend?
Yeah. Like ex?
EX.
Like
But it's short.
What does that stand for normally?
Exconjugate.
Okay. I would think of ex like
Yeah.
like my ex something.
So what we do is, what's what we do on the porch? We exconjugate. We think deeply about all these things, and some of them come to fruition, as this thing is, but so many are not coming to fruition. So anyway, I like that as an overarching. There's so many other ones that I like for sub brands. What was it? Adrift? I like. I've gotten good feedback on Adrift and Forged. Those I sent out 5 or 4, I think. Those are the 2 that got the best scores. People liked Bumper too, which I found interesting, but I don't think
See,
fits for the
I kind of
overall.
hated Bumper.
Bumper sounds super.
I know it sounds a little kitschy and everything, but
Sounds really.
I don't know. I don't know. Taylor,
Sorry, buddy.
Sounds like
Bumper
I
like
don't know.
like a
I
bumper,
would think of like
like-
an abandoned car bumper.
Yeah,
like a
sounds like
bumper pour, like is a big pour or bumper.
See,
crop.
I don't have
Bumper
enough
crop.
good bartenders, I guess. I don't know what the
sounds very
bumper
San
pour is.
Francisco to me.
I don't
Bumper.
know.
No, not. No.
Yeah. So I mean,
okay.
That's the thing, though. Now we started playing with some Latin, which I was having
like
a
Latin.
ball with in the translator. And again, we want something that starts early in the alphabet. So many of these names that
Someday when we're on the store shelves.
if we're on a store shelf, yeah. So things that begin like I love the word pluvial for like rain. And but I'm like, shit, P is like right in the middle of the alphabet. What are we gonna do? Oh, well, we can do if we do Latin.
Pluvial.
Pluvial,
I like that one a
which
lot
is like
actually.
of the rain. I can't remember.
It's like from rain or something like that. But
yeah.
I like that one a lot. I looked up some.
Bridget
other
gives a
Latin
thumbs
ones.
up, so that's good.
What was the one Bridgie and Megan liked?
What was that?
Wasn't Bumper. I can guarantee you that.
No,
I hate Bumper.
it was good. The other one, the one I liked, the lunting is walking and smoking a pipe is lunting. And the branding does
Branding is
it does its own thing. I mean, it's
so.
I liked Drunken Daydreams or Drunken Dreams because that seems to be where we get all of our crazy
okay.
ideas.
Maybe as a sub-label. not
Sub-label. That's going to be the canned
I think
runoff.
I looked up some Latin as well because Stefan gave me that idea. But civitas is Latin for community, or I think that's how you say it.
okay. All right.
Our 3 first letters of our first names is Taoist. That was just something I wrote down.
No, that one
But it's
sucks.
early in the alphabet, and no one would know what it means. Butus est is blessed place in Latinus. I thought that was really pretty.
Blessed place. I like that.
And I felt like when we were all there at Laurel's place, we felt like it was sort of a blessed place. Like there's just this magic to that property that we all kind of. It's magnetic. And then Aquam Solera, which is sun water, and I saw that I posted a quote on our Instagram about. I think it was some famous philosopher that said that wine is water held together by sunlight, and I thought that was a very beautiful way of describing photosynthesis. So yeah, I like the Latin idea. I think it's very romantic. I think the words look good on a label.
Yeah.
What's the of rain?
The pluvia.
I think that's my favorite so far. Just as far as what you asked.
Your mom would be happy.
Yeah.
Because she's a pluviophile,
Exactly, she is.
lover of the rain.
And did I say the community one? I like the name.
The Latin for community? Yeah.
Actually, I like Beautis Est, blessed place. To me,
I like that too.
that's my favorite
Yeah, that's cool.
of the Latin that I've looked at.
I would agree.
Now,
I like
the
those.
can, so that's one
But
thing.
that wouldn't be the name of our cans.
Okay, so now we got a canned wine
Yeah.
that's coming up.
Like Cougar Juice or
Oh, Jesus. No. We're not doing
yeah, you know what I'm saying by
Forged.
That's my girl.
Okay, so my idea was to have
My crowd.
your dad with a hammer
Yeah.
and an anvil, maybe some flames, shirt off, chest out, like douche, or like like Star Wars, thinking like
Yeah.
80s, or maybe the hammer's up here, and he's just like shredded and flames.
I'm just thinking Jack Black, like in School of Rock.
no, that's me. That's this
You
shape.
think of Ash and Army of Darkness.
Yes, Ash Army of Darkness,
That's what
Luke Skywalker, obviously much more
Bruce
shredded.
Willis from Die Hard combined with like
Or
Matthew,
like
Matthew McConaughey of Rain and Fire.
I don't know, National Lampoons, all of them have.
I can think of a number of characters my dad could relate to. Vin Diesel from Fast and Furious.
We're gonna
You
have
pretty
this,
much
like,
name any badass
this
person. in the
hyper aggressive name, and in this
Yeah.
gorgeous like grapefruit sparkling
I know.
juice. You're killing a six pack on the porch. We're like, no, I can drink this because it
Forged
looks like a
rosé.
strong man on the front.
Forged rosé. Yeah. So anyway, so for the can, I forged. Okay, obviously we're not going to put Bill shredded on the can, which I think would be really fun. But a can or a hammer,
A goofy label and a goofy name.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, like the hammer and the anvil branding, simple. You know, that would be super clean. So I like forged for the can for this year. Forged rosé, whatever. And forged. The other reason I like forged in fire. We had the smoke, and 2020 is
A dumpster fire of a year.
a dumpster fire every year. Exactly. So, you know, even if it does end up being a one-off, it would have meaning a couple of different ways. Bridget.
I know you guys talked about the anvil thing, and I was talking about that when you and my dad were talking about like the label or something. You could do something with like grapes and anvil, kind of like juxtaposition of that, like a really, you know what I mean?
Like grapes bursting forth from the anvil?
No, like just a simple, like you want to be simple, but like something
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Like,
Okay, we'll revisit that. Okay, quickly.
Anvil and center of the flames, and then there's the grapevines growing up the anvil.
Grapevines growing around the flames?
Oh.
We got the flames like peaking. Anyway, we need a brand expert. So
We need help. Yeah. Well, that's too close to home.
just the hillside on fire, like basically. So obviously we need help. So one of the reasons we wanted to discuss this today was because we're fucking lost. We don't know what we're doing.
This is way harder than it looks.
And I put together a list of 4 or 5 names, and I put it out to, I don't know, 20, 25 people. And I was surprised at what people liked and what people didn't like. Like strong reactions to some that, like, negative way that I thought were cool. You said you put some out that people didn't like. You don't have to, you don't have to say what it was.
No, I was just
but-
texting some buddies, and they're like, "Yeah, no, those all suck." I was like,
See,
"Well, that's what I needed to hear because
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hold
I
on to
heard similar
those."
reactions when we first were talking about names, like Community Cuvée.
yes,
Not going to be a good name.
I know. Yeah.
Other things we thought of, I've pitched out, I've reached out to people for. But yeah, branding is not clever. It's not what you think it sounds good. It's what other people think sounds good. So that's the problem with us is we're all guys with big egos, and we all think we are the smartest person. Well, we all think our opinion matters, I should say. So
Hey.
for us to agree on a name, we're all going to think our idea is the best. So it's hard for us three to do this.
Well, and once you find one that we agree on, then you go to Google, and there's a winery in California
Yeah.
that already
Oh,
has
I've
your
been-
label.
So the things
Like,
I've looked
yeah.
up are things that are not taken in Oregon. I did that homework, Wesley. Sorry, you didn't do your own homework before we did this. Check.
I did
it all.
90% of the ones I
sorry,
wanted. I
you
just
can't.
didn't bring to the table. I
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
no,
no,
there's
those
a
are
whole
gone.
bunch. There's
Like those are gone.
there's a
I can't
ton.
use that.
Well, or even like Jay Albin. They ended up with some like doctor out of California, like the Bay Area. He's like a doctor that sued him over the name Jay Albin. And they were like, well, it's not worth the tens of thousands of dollars that would cost.
Right.
Because
So we're
their
just
lawyer
Albin.
apparently was like, you could fight this and you could win.
Right.
But it's going to cost you a ton of money. And they were like, so now they're
Stag's
60.
Leap.
Yeah.
And isn't it Stag's Leap and
Stag's Leap Cellars, Stag's Leap Winery.
Yep, the same thing.
And there's stags with an
But they're not the
apostrophe.
same thing.
And
Yeah.
there's stags without an
Exactly.
apostrophe. And then there's the ABA.
Right. And it's an ABA. So
So send us a word that no one uses anywhere that's really cool and
That's, like,
sounds good. And
pretty.
it's like A, B, or C.
maybe
Starts
early,
with an A, B, or
early
C.
in the alphabet,
Yeah.
because Jim Burnell himself told us pick something early in
Yeah,
the
and we
alphabet.
trust Jim.
What if Jim was just fucking with us though? What if Jim was like,
It's actually
he's like, here,
XYZ.
I'm gonna plant this seed in your brain, and you're not gonna stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Try to name your wine.
That'd be some
at the end of the
diabolical shit
alphabet.
right there.
Oh no.
Yeah, that would
I mean,
be,
respect if he did do that. I would be like, good
that
on
would be
you.
some
That-
sensei shit.
he knows he could fuck with a couple young guys
course.
that are just like
He's like,
floundering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Some
blame
of these guys set him back a quick year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame him in the least. So
Just
Anyway.
kidding, Jim. We love you. Thanks for your time the other day. And
Yeah.
we value your advice.
that was great. And actually,
We don't question it.
I am drinking. You guys are drinking beer. Oregon Solidarity Rosé, quite
Yeah.
tasty. So if there's any even available, which I don't think there
I think it's
really
sold
is.
I think it's sold out.
So
So you can't get it, but it's
nuts
good.
to you. I'm just gonna drink it all here,
Yeah. I'm going to have some of that too.
but there you go. So
Thanks,
anyway,
Jim.
appreciate that. So anyway, that I think is probably it on our conversation for branding.
Feels like we're no closer to finding our name than
We
we were at
didn't
the
come up with
beginning.
anything, but you guys hear
But you
our
get this is
ideas?
what our porch drinking sessions look like, where we're desperately trying to
Well,
find a
what
name.
we want to encompass is like basically the branding equivalent to the tribal tattoo on like a white guy, right? Is that
I don't think we want that. I think we want
the Japanese?
Clearly,
we
we
want like the
don't
branding,
know what we
Faith
the branding
or-
version of a family crest between us three, not our families, but like we want our own symbol of what we represent.
I can't wait
that's the idea.
to show this to Ashley and just watch her just shake her head. You know.
Bro.
Ashley is a
Actually, we're
friend
not-
who's
we're
a
not
branding
claiming to
expert.
be your job or do what you do, and
Yeah.
In fact,
I certainly can't do what you do.
she might have just turned us down as clients after watching.
She's gonna watch this and go, I don't want.
I'm not gonna touch this with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame her in the least. So, all right, well, gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for the night.
Yeah,
Unless
stay
you have
tuned.
something else to add.
Good
There's
stuff.
no
Send comments.
Yeah.
We'll, for
All right,
free.
we will see you next time. And if you like us, like, subscribe, share, all that. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.